For those of you moving here or thinking of moving here, you have probably come across Katy in your Google searches multiple times. Anything from best neighborhood to best suburb of Houston to best school district to best place to live. It comes up lots, and for good reason. Katy does have all the things. It is a great place to live. In fact, I have done a ton of videos on why you need or should live in Katy, Texas. However, what I am saying in this video is, although it is a great place to live, there are some things you should know about that are negative to Katy to prepare yourself before you make the move to Katy. Hi everyone, I am Danielle. I'm a realtor here in the Houston area, and I help you relocate to this massive city and figure out where you belong. I release videos every Thursday, so make sure to subscribe to see what's new. So let's get right into the gripes with Katy. Number one is the traffic. Now, to be fair, pretty much all of Houston has some traffic to some extent, but Katy is no exception, especially if you are trying to get through Katy during rush hour. You are going to come across traffic. In fact, I was just reading an article recently that Katy highways and roads are some of the worst trafficked areas in all of Texas. All of Texas. Y'all, Katy has grown a bunch and there is a lot of traffic. So if you're going to move to Katy, you have to be prepared that there will be traffic. Number two is aesthetics. Katy is known for its well-manicured neighborhoods and its beautiful master planned communities, and it can become pretty repetitive. A lot of the neighborhoods are cookie cutter style and they all start to look the same, as well as the shopping centers. This is not necessarily a bad thing, but if you are looking for a vintage home or a custom home or a home with acreage or a home that doesn't look like other homes, then Katy will have limited options when it comes to the type of home you would like. Also, Houston as a whole has a lot of trees and greenery, whereas Katy is built on previous prairie land, so it is there's a lot of concrete and flat. There are trees that the developers put in for the neighborhoods to make them look pretty, but overall, Katy and the west side of Houston looks much different than a lot of other areas of Houston. Which brings me to con number three, which is that Katy is already very developed. There are a lot of neighborhoods in Katy. Some are very well established and still hold a great reputation to today. However, if you are moving here and looking to build a brand new construction home or a new and updated modern neighborhood, then you are going to have to go a little further out of Katy, like further west or more south. You'll still be in Katy, but it's going to be a much longer commute. And because these new communities are new, the roads out to these communities are pretty small and they haven't been fully built out yet, so that will add more commute time to you if you have to commute. However, this is temporary because once the developments are built, they will build the roads and everything out there, eventually making it an easy location to get to and from. Con number four is that it is really far away from downtown and the airport. If you are a frequent visitor to either downtown or the airport, or you need to commute quite a bit, I would not recommend Katy as a place to settle down at. I don't think when people are moving here, they realize just how large and vast Houston is, and that it will take you well over an hour to get to the airport from Katy. And con number five is the high home prices and high taxes. Yes, I know home prices are high everywhere, but I feel like it is even more competitive than the average area in Katy, Texas, just because it is a very highly desirable area and there's highly desirable schools. Therefore, the competition to get a house is much higher than some other areas of Houston. I will also say that Katy has a lot of areas that have mud tax. Mud tax is a type of tax that pays for the infrastructure for these new developments to develop. Katy is not exclusive to mud tax. They are all over Houston. However, there are some areas of Katy that have higher than average mud taxes. All right, so that is the worst things I have for Katy, and despite all that, if you still like Katy, which you should because it is still overall a very desirable area with great schools and great communities, then I have this video right here of the 5 best places to live in Katy in 2022. And as always, if you were looking to move to the Houston area and have any questions about relocating, feel free to message me. I'd love to help you out. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.